The inaugural season of GlassCar here on Marble Fubeca rolls on as we make our second stop here at City Moonscape for our 5th race of the season. In our 3rd circuit. And hopefully another exciting race on tap. On the left side of your screen is the qualifying from earlier for this matchup. It'll have Dragon's Tail on the pole, Rockslide, Canarium, Angel, and Ivory the top 5. Hello again, friends. Keanu Biedrzycki, glad to be here with you for the 5th race of this season in GlassCar 2020. We are back at the City Moonscape where we had a lot of issues with that plexiglass barrier earlier that has been adjusted a little bit here for this race. As you see the championship standings on the screen, Rattlesnake is the points leader, Nitro, Canarium, Angel, and Volcano the top 5. Dragon's Tail is last in the point standings but first on the starting grid today, and hopefully a chance to turn the tides for Dragon's Tail starting from the pole. Our last pole sitter was Canarium, who overcame the challenges of being the pole sitter that we've seen early in the season and ultimately ended up winning the race at the City Moonscape here in what was our 4th race, a different configuration. It is a 13-lap race. Somewhere around 20 to 22 seconds will be the time per lap based on what we saw from qualifying. And here we go. Let's see if Dragon's Tail can keep the lead into the first turn. The answer is no. Once again, it is a problem out of the gate for the pole sitter. Lots of contact between the marbles coming through. Dragon's Tail is back in the lead now, followed closely by Ivory, Nitro, Canarium, Rockslide, and Rainforest. Those are the top 6. And it looks like they're all kind of separated there. Volcano, keep an eye on Volcano, nearly lapped on this course earlier in our previous race before actually leaving the race due to an incident that ended their day early. They've dropped back to 11th. It's Rattlesnake back in last right now, and the lead belongs to Dragon's Tail, and that's the fastest lap so far. Lap 2, 21.041 for Dragon's Tail, the current fastest lap. They're the leader over Nitro, Ivory, Rainforest, and Canarium, the top 5. And a pretty good-sized lead at the moment as Nitro trying to fend off Ivory. Now going to try to gain some momentum. And that lead is now another fastest lap. Dragon's Tail runs a 21.020, but here comes the rest of the field. And Dragon's Tail now having to hold off some competitors. Ivory and Rainforest are there. Volcano is yet again in last, as Rattlesnake has made a pass there. Angel and Penguin hanging out in the back as well. And it is a 3-way race right now before you get back to Canarium. Rainforest just made a pass for second, going to try to make a pass for the lead. Right now it's 0.2 of a second, or was moments ago, between Ivory and Dragon's Tail. Now a close match, maybe some contact there. And into the lead goes Rainforest, who just ran its fastest lap, a 28.72. to take the lead. We're almost halfway through this race already. Very quick pace. You can see some of the marbles able to use that exit ramp for their satisfaction and for success, but some have had a hard time with it. Rattlesnake having a hard time with everything. Rainforest just ran another fast lap, a 27.71. However, it is tight. It's a 4-way race, and the new leader is Rockslide, followed by Ivory, Dragon's Tail, and Rainforest drops back to 4th after entering that area with the lead. Rockslide trying to gain the advantage. Now here comes Ivory, going to make a pass for first. They are close, and now there's a few more marbles that are getting in there. Ivory takes the lead. Rainforest drops back into second. Rockslide now makes that pass back, and Ivory has a little bit of an advantage here. And there is an incident with Rockslide. Rockslide is off the course. We'll have to have a look at the replay and see exactly what happened, but Rockslide holding second place, I believe, at the time. Let's have a look and see exactly what did happen. As you can see, Rockslide is that first marble. Oh, contact! Oh my, that is a disaster. With some contact with, I believe that was Nitro. And Rockslide will not finish this race. It's a second straight race here at the City Moonscape in which at least one of the competitors will not finish. And it was Dragon's Tail who made that contact with Rockslide, and we're getting word that they are going to have an internal investigation on that, make sure there was no foul play there. Meanwhile, Dragon's Tail still competing for a win. Ivory is the leader. Pacifica has moved up to third. Rainforest is in fourth. Canarium holding strong in fifth. As Dragon's Tail had some contact that may have led or may have just been incidental with Rockslide to end up out of the race. As Dragon's Tail coming up, and they are going to put a punishment on Dragon's Tail, a 5-second penalty, a huge penalty. And so Dragon's Tail competing for the lead, but not really having a chance. Rattlesnake is about to get lapped here, and that would be the first marble in the history of GlassCar to get lapped. Remember, Volcano was nearly lapped last time. There's only 2 laps left, so that may not end up happening. It's Ivory in the lead. Pacifica has just passed for second. They're going to come up and over, and there is the lap, I believe. Yep, Ivory's going to make that pass. It is Pacifica in second. Pacifica trying to get around Rattlesnake, who's now kind of serving as, for a moment there, a pick for Ivory. As we've gone into the final lap, Ivory with the lead over Pacifica. Rainforest third. Dragon's Tail, remember, has a 5-second penalty, currently running in fourth. Here comes Pacifica trying to come through, making it close. Pacifica right up on the bumper of Ivory as they come around through the final couple turns. Can Pacifica make the move through the last turn across the line? It is Ivory with the win. And it's going to be a close finish. That was 12 thousandths of a second. It happened from a different angle. It was right on the bumper was Pacifica, who will take second. Rainforest is third. Dragon's Tail comes across the line fourth, but they're going to have a 5-second penalty added to them. Canarium, Nitro, Angel, Penguin, Black Shadow, Volcano, and then Rattlesnake. And then, of course, the DNF for Rockslide, who was having a very solid run. But unfortunately, some contact there causes some problems. Dragon's Tail will end up getting 7th place after the penalty is assessed. As you can see, Ivory, a big gainer for Pacifica, who picks up 8 positions. Once again, Volcano, despite gaining 2 spots, really struggles, finishing in 10th and dropping back to 8th in the standings. As you have a look now at the updated standings, it is now a tie between Nitro and Rattlesnake atop the boards. Canarium moves to 3rd. Ivory is 4th now, and 5th is Pacifica in the standings. As we have a look at our replay here and some of our highlights from this very fast-paced and wild race. And again, issues coming out of the gate there for the pole sitter, which has caused problems in the past, and it did here. You can see some marbles having success, others, like right there, you saw Volcano and Penguin have a hard time even getting to the exit ramp, which caused some real issues for them, and they ended up toward the back. Volcano, Rattlesnake, and Penguin consistently in the back of the pack for the majority of this race. You saw there was where Rockslide began to become a part of this competition. Dragon's Tail obviously didn't like it from what we're going to see momentarily. And here it is. So you can see there's Rockslide in the front, Dragon's Tail's in the back. They both come down perfectly fine. Contact there between the two sends Rockslide over. And that determination was that although it seemed like there was a lot of momentum being gained, the determination clearly was that that was a inappropriate action being made by the pole sitter. And so that ends up costing 5 seconds on the finishing time of Dragon's Tail. Obviously, that is going to be one that's going to be talked about. The decision was made, and it's unfortunate for Dragon's Tail. Obviously, even more unfortunate for Rockslide, unable to finish this race. As you see, the last couple of turns, I'll tell you what, Pacifica made a run at it, but ultimately a good job of staying in the line of sight by Ivory, and they came across the line. Not enough for Pacifica to make a move and have a chance at the win. So they will take second. They had the fastest lap, though. Lap number 13, it was the last lap, and it was the fastest lap of the race. It belonged to the runner-up Pacifica. Rainforest takes third, but they all wish they were Ivory right now, as Ivory gets the win and has now moved into 5th place in the championship standings. A very interesting race here at the City Moonscape for our 5th race of the season. Another marble that isn't able to finish that due to maybe contact with the course, but maybe slightly made definitely more significant by the fact that there was contact with another competitor there. We saw our first marble get lapped, and that, by the way, is the points leader, Rattlesnake, who ends up last, or well, 11th, last on the track, and ends up a lap down, as it was a very strange race for Rattlesnake. Ultimately, though, Ivory gets the win and did it with a pretty convincing fashion. And so we are now 5 races through, and it is a tight race at the top of the championship point standings. Until next time, I'm Keanu Biedrzycki, and you've been watching GlassCar on Marble Fubeca.